Hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm Rantoinette. Boy, we got a lot of stories to get into. I kind of wish that some of them were good, but a lot of them look pretty damn bad. I want to start off today with a raid conducted at Jerry Nadler's office. Jerry Nadler is a representative of the Southern District of New York's representative in Congress. He has been a longtime representative in Congress, and he recently there was some protesting going on, and there were some immigrants at not at his office but at his office building, and while those people were there, Department of Homeland Security was conducting some arrests in the building. This is a brand new day, folks. ICE, Department of Homeland Security, it does not really matter which one it is. They're all federal officers and they're all acting very Gestapo. And sadly, while they were there conducting these arrests, one of Jerry Nadler's aides, I'm trying to remember her name, LaMonica McGiver, I believe. She was there and she was yelling at those people doing the arresting. And later on, those same DHS officials went up to Jerry Nadler's office to arrest her. I've got a little footage here to show you. It's not pretty.
No, she did not. That is not what happened.
Push it back.
That is not what happened.
You,
Fuck.
okay?
What?
Hold on a second.
Give me your contact information right
No,
now.
I'm gonna give you time to speak to you.
Hey,
That's what I'm gonna do.
Speak to you after.
we
No.
got you.
You're
You're
okay.
okay.
I don't have to.
You're okay. You're okay. You're gonna be okay.
I'm a federal officer. We're here checking on something. We have the right to check. I'm
Can I
giving
see
you.
a warrant?
I'm not resisting.
Stop resisting.
You harboring rioters in the office. So there's not a problem. Let's walk inside. Let's walk through.
For what?
Let me see what's in here.
Oh, so it's your office?
Let's go. Come on. Come on.
You need to stay in
Hold it there.
Get away from me.
Hold it there.
Pretty ugly. Gotta say, that is pretty ugly. And you notice the guy, he was so very definitive. You are harboring rioters. First of all, those people downstairs were protesting. They were not rioting. It seems to be the administration's new tactic to call everybody a criminal, a rioter, a terrorist. They will throw inflammatory language. And you notice right there in that clip, he was very definitive. You are harboring rioters back in the back of your office. It's that same old, hey, if you got nothing to hide, then what are you worried about? Let me go see it. Just invasion of fucking privacy to the max, to the fucking max. And, well, if you got nothing to hide, let me go see it. So, I mean, well, what is this woman supposed to do? I believe that's Jerry Nadler's chief of staff that led him in the back. And of course, they did not find anybody back there. And that woman, Nadler's aide, they did uncuff her. They did not arrest her. But, Jesus Christ, man, she's been traumatized as hell. For what? For what? Giving them a hard time for arresting immigrants in the building? She's an American citizen. She has a right to do that. Everybody's got a right to protest. Of course, they're going to drum it up and say, oh, well, she was pushing on us. She was not pushing on you. You're just making shit up. It's fucking criminal, man. It's absolutely criminal. Now, while we're at this, the congressional minority leader Hakeem Jeffries was asked about this on CNN by Dana Bash. Not really a big fan of old Dana Bash here, but she asked him about that. And let's see what you know, strong words Hakeem Jeffries has for, you know, for what happened at Jerry Nadler's office in his own home state, mind you.
I want to ask you about something that happened in your home state of New York. In the past couple of days, Congressman Jerry Nadler said that DHS agents entered his congressional office on Wednesday without a warrant and handcuffed a member of his staff. This, of course, comes after the Trump Justice Department charged Democratic Congresswoman LaMonica MacIver with obstructing ICE agents after an altercation at a facility in Newark, New Jersey. Now, I know you previously warned that the administration...
Just to remind you, it was a couple of weeks ago, there was a new ICE facility in Newark, New Jersey, where they arrested the mayor of Newark and this congresswoman that Dana Bash is talking about. We are arresting judges. We're arresting mayors and congresspeople. And now we're sending DHS into Jerry Nadler's office. It does not stop. This is not going to stop. It's going to continue to intensify. And we need fighters in the Democratic Party. Now you listen to Hakeem Jeffries and you tell me how much fight has this guy got in him?
Charging members of Congress was a, quote, red line. What are you doing now that the red line you talked about has apparently been crossed?
Well, let me make clear that the House is a separate and co-equal branch of government, the Congress. We don't work for Donald Trump. We don't work for the administration. We don't work for Elon Musk. We work for the American people. And we have a responsibility to serve as a check and balance on an out-of-control executive branch. That's the constitutional blueprint that was given to us by the framers of the United States democracy that we have inherited over the last few centuries. And so we're going to continue to undertake our congressional responsibility, notwithstanding efforts by the Trump administration to try to intimidate Democrats. It's unfortunate that our Republican colleagues continue to be nothing more than rubber stamps for Trump's reckless and extreme agenda. And the American people, I think, will ultimately reject that next year when we will take back control of the House of Representatives. In the meantime, in terms of how we will respond to what Trump and the administration has endeavored to do, we will make that decision in a time, place, and manner of our choosing, but the response will be continuous and it will meet the moment that is required.
In a time and method of our choosing, and we will meet the moment that is required. I want you to look back behind him. Look over his shoulder. It says State of the Union. What kind of State of the Union is it that we have a presidential regime arresting judges, arresting mayors, arresting congresspeople, harassing staff, going into buildings that they have absolutely no right in doing so, making accusations, accusing people of harboring fugitives? What are we doing? I mean, what the fuck are we doing? That's his response. That's his response. That is weak sauce. I saw some polling recently talking about who's got leaders in their, they asked Republicans if Republican leadership was strong leadership, and they asked Democrats if they have strong leadership. I think it was 16%. 16% of Democrats say that Democrats are strong. They are screaming at you to do something. They're screaming. That poll right there says, do something, get off your ass and do something. I know that you do not have any kind of majority in the House, the Senate. You don't have the presidency. You don't have the judicial branch. And you certainly don't have the Supreme Court, but you can absolutely do something other than showing up maybe once every couple of weeks on the news to go, we're going to handle this in a timely fashion and it's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. We'll figure this out. Trust us, really. Trust us. We've got this. Hakeem Jeffries has got this, man. He does. you know, he's got this all figured out and he's going to handle it. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. We're going to, and by the way, come next year, we're going to take power again. Are you sure about that? We're fucking 5 months into this Trump regime. 5 months in. And they are steadily chipping away at constitutional rights. They're steadily chipping away at norms and standards that we used to hold dear. They're chipping away at democracy. And meanwhile, you're showing up on the news to tell us, oh, well, you know, we'll handle it in a timely fashion. How's now? Now sound good? Meanwhile, over, on the Senate leadership side, we have old Chucky the Shooms, our nominal leader in the Senate, our highest ranking senator, Chuck Schumer, and he is on a book tour. Yeah, man, it seems like, there's a lot of really serious pressing stuff going on out there. We better get up and do something. But first, let me put on my glasses and let me go down and sell my books a little bit. I got my side hustle. I know that you hired me to do, like political stuff and whatever. But, we really can't do anything right now. So we're just going to kind of sit back and let the world crumble for the next couple of years. And then the American people will see how horrible it is, and then they'll come to see me. But in the meantime, let me go on my book tour because, I need to talk to the people about all of the anti-Semitism that's going on out there. And then, maybe, and it's only on the left, of course. I got to handle the people on the left that are doing all the anti-Semitism. So let's see how his book tour is going off with his constituents.
Anti-Semitism crisis than the real Holocaust to the Palestinian people. Come on. There's a real Holocaust happening in Gaza. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
Children are being burned to death. Children are being starved in Gaza. The ICE is kidnapping people out of our streets and out of our courtrooms. What are you talking about? Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
And the bottom line is very simple. Hamas does not believe there are these
children is gonna haunt you forever. Palestine, your soul, your endeavor.
If you don't believe,
You are a disgrace to New York City! A disgrace to humanity! You're a genocidal monster! And you will never wash your hands of Palestinian blood! Long live Palestine!
You don't speak for the Jewish people. You are Zionist. And Zionism is not Judaism. You have blood in your hands. You're a liar. A filthy liar. Okay? And it's about time you say it. You have blood in his hands. It's Trump, lady. It's Trump. You have blood in his hands. You don't speak for the Jewish people. You're a Zionist. You're giving money to people getting killed. Screw you. You're a liar. Liar.
one of
With war crimes of genocide, with the starvation of thousands, dozens of thousands of children. How dare you? Free Palestine!
everyone could be a carpenter, but not
Part of it. It's not because you're Jewish, man. It's not because you're Jewish, okay? You got it, Chuck? You got it? It's not because you're Jewish, okay? Sorry. It's because you're funding Israel, which is doing the genocide, okay? And you're really lame on the two-state solution as well. Really lame.
he disagrees.
It goes on. It goes on. By the way, that woman, that one woman that was speaking, saying it's not about being Jewish, it's about him being a Zionist. And that's exactly what we're talking about here. It's the difference between defending Jews and defending Zionism. Zionism is an ethnic distinction, meaning the Israelis are white and the Palestinians are black. Just what it is. It's got nothing to do with a religious distinction. And she made that point. It's got nothing to do with Jews. In fact, if anything, it is harming the Jewish people. Because right-wingers, honestly, most of your real anti-Semitic, tiki torch waving, the Jews will not replace us, psycho-conservative Republicans, those guys, they don't like Jews, period. But Chuck Schumer, he seems to think that it's just as bad on the left. When people on the left are basically saying to him, stop funding the genocide. Stop giving Israel, who they are mass slaughtering. And the people they're not slaughtering, they're starving to death. And today, what they're doing is they are releasing small amounts of food. By the way, I don't know if you've seen the photographs of these kids, these emaciated children that haven't had food in months. I mean, they are slowly starving them to death. And they release food in southern Gaza. So everybody from up north has got to come down, and from the middle of Gaza, everybody's got to go down south to get this food, which is nowhere near enough. They need something like 500, 600, 700 trucks a day worth of food going in there. And they're releasing like maybe 100. So not even remotely close to enough. But they're releasing it down south, so everybody has to come get it. And then while they're there, then they say, oh my God, they were rioting over the food. We had to shoot them. They did it in a few months. Well, it's been more than a few months. It was sometime last year. They called it the Flour Massacre, where they had released some flour into Gaza, and then a whole bunch of people went running for the flour because they're starving to death. They're fucking starving to death. And then Israel says, oh, I felt threatened, and then they start mowing them down. This is brutal as shit. And meanwhile, Chuck Schumer is doing a fucking book tour. And his book is, anti-Semitism. We got to fight it wherever it is. He is more anti-Semitic than any of those people that were at that protest. Because he's basically saying that if you were Jewish, your homeland is over there. Even if you were born in the United States, your homeland is over there. And when it comes to what's going on with Nadler and the immigration, this is the war coming home. Now we have people dressed up like the IDF. They're dressed up in SWAT gear, and they're arresting just regular immigrants. Remember when they said, oh, we're only going to go after the criminal immigrants? People are showing up for their scheduled immigrant hearings. And ICE and DHS is just there, ready to arrest them. Even if they go in and get their case dismissed, ICE is still arresting them. I mean, where are we sending them to? Are we deporting them to their own home country? Are we sending them to El Salvador? What are we doing? And now it's gotten so bad that now we are going after Congress people, mayors, Congress staff, threatening political officials, going after political opponents. It does not get more fascist than this shit. This is straight fucking fascism. And meanwhile, Chuck Schumer is, reorganizing the deck chairs on the Titanic, selling his little book. I hope you make some money, man. I hope you do. Man, Democratic leadership, you guys suck. These are not leaders. These are absolutely not leaders. They're just sitting around twiddling their thumbs, hoping that democracy doesn't crumble in their wait for the next election that may or may not come. Do you think that the Republican Party is sitting around on their laurels? They know that their policy prescriptions are bad. They know that the American people see the prices of goods going up. They see the Gestapo activity by sending people to a slave labor camp in El Salvador or, someplace in Africa. I mean, what are we doing? They see people getting kicked off of their health care. And the Democratic Party is thinking, oh, well, by the time next year comes around, those people will all vote for us. Do you think the Republican Party is not planning for those kind of contingencies? The Republican Party knows what they're doing is not universally liked. You think that they're going to sit around and hope and pray that they win? Or do you think that they're already making plans to make sure that the next election doesn't go against them? I just don't know what to say about Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries. It's not cutting it, folks. It's not cutting it. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. Keep rocking.